Alrighty. Looks like we are back in business. So, welcome back. We are back with some more of my current attempt of Pokemon Run&Bun, world's hardest Nuzlocke. We left off last, making it through the rest of Route 119 to make it here to the Weather Institute. And for this stream, I have planned out all the fights to try to completely beat all the Team Aqua grunts, including the boss at the end. It's only 5 trainers, but most of them are pretty brutal and pretty tricky, with some very hard to deal with sets. The first two are the most worrisome. The second one in particular. So if we could get past those, then we should be pretty much fine for the rest. Yeah. So. Yeah, we are gonna. Yeah, basically just get started. I already have the first team prepped here for the first fight. There is one point of risk, which, if it happens, I basically lose my Alakazam. But it's a very, very low chance of happening. Probably like 1 in multiple thousands chance. But that's really the only risky part of this first fight. And I'll explain why these fights are so difficult and how I plan around them as we do each one of them. So, yeah, so we got the first one right here. Let's go ahead and save. And triple check that I have all the correct items here. So, let's see, Muck at 136, and then 2 Chesto Berries. Alright, so, yeah, let's go ahead and do the first fight here. Alright, Team Aqua Grunt Jazz. Alright, so she leads a Barbaracle here, which is holding a Bright Patter, which makes it more evasive. So to counter that, I just simply use Magical Leaf, which is guaranteed accurate. So this will start by one-shotting. Perfect. And this should always bait in Starmie next. Perfect. Yeah, the Starmie here outspeeds and sees that it can one-shot with Psychic. So I'm going to swap to my Muck to be immune to that attack. Alright. I am slightly pre-damaged, but Knockoff will one-shot the Starmie, and it'll attack me with Surf, which I'll always survive with a crit. And this is for the baiting for the next person, so it's gonna use Surf. I'm gonna one-shot it with Knockoff. Alright, perfect. So this should always bring in Breloom next. Alright. And this thing also is holding a Bright Powder. So you need to use an attack that's guaranteed accurate. So the way I'm going to do that, right now, the Breloom outspeeds and KOs with any of its moves. So I'm going to swap first to my Infernape, which is going to take a random move. So we'll do that first. there's a Mach Punch. Alright. And now my Infernape outspeeds and shows that it can one-shot. So the Breloom is guaranteed to go for Mach Punch again. And none of its other moves, which is now perfect for me to swap into my Hawlucha. So good, there's a Mach Punch. Perfect. Alright, and then now, Hawlucha will one-shot it with Aerial Ace, which is guaranteed accurate, countering the Bright Powder as it takes another Mach Punch. Alright. So Breloom goes down. This will always bring in the Malamar next. So, Malamar here, pretty troublesome because it has ability Contrary with Superpower to raise its attack and defense, and it's got Hypnosis with a Quick Claw. So pretty troublesome set, but right now it is guaranteed to go for Cycle Cut because it sees that it can always KO my Hawlucha with that. So it has to use Cycle Cut. So I'm going to use that to swap into my Drapion. Alright, perfect. Alright, and now... Trusty K, thanks for tuning in. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, appreciate it, yeah. My nickname theme is fans and artists, so... Alright, so now this is the point of risk of something that can happen, which can make me lose my Alakazam. So basically, because of the Quick Claw, it allows it a 10% chance to move first. And it has Hypnosis, which I'm holding a Chesto Berry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to knock off the Quick Claw, so it can't move first. If the Quick Claw activates and it goes for Superpower, there is a small chance that my Alakazam can get KO'd. So if we don't see Quick Claw activate and we don't see Superpower, we're perfectly fine. Oh, so there's Quick Claw. It's 10%. Let's see what's it gonna go for? Oh, so it's alright. There's the unluck, that I said can happen now. Alright, so now it's either gonna go for Superpower again, or it's gonna use Hypnosis. It can't move first anymore because it no longer has the Quick Claw. I'm gonna swap to my Alakazam, which right now I'm in the bad timeline. I really want the Malamar to use Hypnosis. If it uses Hypnosis, I'm perfectly fine. If it uses Superpower, there's still a small chance my Alakazam can die. So please just go for Hypnosis here. Oh, there's a... Oh my gosh! This is such bad luck right now. Alright, so... unfortunately now, because of that, there is like a... Let me see. There's now a 2% chance that my Alakazam does not KO this with Dazzling Gleam, because since it got the Quick Claw and used Superpower on my Drapion, it got the defense boost, so the knockoff I did less damage. Which means that this Dazzling Gleam is no longer a guaranteed KO. but it's still very, very likely. But there's like about a 2% chance that this thing lives at 1 HP, which if it does, unfortunately Alakazam dies. So if that happens, that's like combined together, it's literally like a 1 in multiple thousand chance. So Alakazam, just kill this thing, please. Okay, it's okay, good. All right, we didn't get the terrible luck. Thank God. All right, so now this just leaves Scolipede, and this thing is also a demon because it's got speed boost with Swords Dance, and it's holding a King's Rock, which makes all of its moves have a high chance to flinch. But since I baited it out, my Alakazam can outspeed on the first turn and just one-shot with Psychic. Okay, it's... Alright, we got some pretty bad luck there, but it still worked out. Alright, and again, that's just the first fight. It's... Yeah. And unfortunately, the second fight is even more risky, so... Whew, yeah, that's, scary stuff. Alright, so... Unfortunately, like I said, the next fight is even more risky, unfortunately. But I think I have a good plan around it. So, like I said, if we can get past this fight with no issues, we should be looking good for the rest of this portion of the game. So let me look at my notes and see what my game plan was here. Alright, so for this, we're keeping Drapion and Roserade. We're gonna get Primarina. We need Weezing, which I think this is the first fight Weezing is coming to. Oh, I have a couple places for notes. This is a good question. The first of which is I use this online calculator, which tells me how much damage each move does, which I know looks like a lot, but it's necessary for the type of challenge I'm doing for this game. So there's that, and then the other thing I also just have written notes as well. Oh yeah, I got a bunch of different artist and band names for these guys, so it's been I think it's been helping a lot. This run has been going pretty well so far. Knock on wood. So let's see, where's my... Okay, so we need Weezing. We need Basculegion. And then we need Corviknight. Alright. Oh yeah, this isn't your normal Pokemon game. It looks like Pokemon Emerald, but it's a fan-made version that's modded to make the game hundreds of times more difficult, as I demonstrated in that last fight. So, yeah. So first thing, let's see what I want to do here. Oh yeah. So first thing is I need to pre-burn my Drapion. So let's do that. Let's see, I need a Person Berry for Marina. Oh yeah, in this version of the game, the creator modded it so that you get to level 100 by the Elite Four. So, and you're given the ability to level up all your Pokemon up to the next boss trainer's level cap. So that's why right now all my Pokemon are level 65, because that's the current highest I can bring them until I beat the next boss, essentially. Alright, so let's see. Next thing I need is I need to give a Charcoal to Wheezing. Let's see, I need to give Iron Ball. Let's see, where is that thing? Iron Ball for Basculegion. Yeah, exactly. It completely removes the need to grind, which is really nice because you can just focus on just doing the battles themselves, which is, like, for me, the most fun part of the Pokemon game. So, I don't much appreciate just endless grinding. Yeah, so Iron Ball on Basculegion, and he needs to be at let me see. Let's see, where are my guys at? You. Let's see, I need to be at 122 HP. Oh, no. 162 HP. So, let's see. 3 damage to 162. Alright, cool. And he's holding the Iron Ball. Make him slower. And then Sharpbeak. And Aspearberry. Or, let me see. Let's go Corviknight. This will be you. And then go you. And then we'll go Aspearberry for Roserade. Andrew Peluso, what's up, man? How's it going? Appreciate you dropping in. Hope you're having a good day today. Yeah, I'm just getting my team all set up right now for this next Pokemon fight. Let me pull it up so you guys can see. So here's the next fight. This is definitely the riskiest fight out of all the fights in this building. So, pretty nervous, but I think I planned everything out as best as I could. So, just make sure I got the right items. Alright. Alright, so let's save. Alright. So next fight is up here. Yeah, this guy is a bastard. He's got some very mean sets here. So let me just triple check one more thing. Oh yeah, we should, okay, so we should be good. Alright, so again, just like for the last fight where I had a chance of losing my Alakazam, for this fight there is a chance that I can lose my Weezing. Which isn't as bad as a loss, but ideally I don't want, you know, I want as least, the least amount of deaths possible, so. Alright, one more run through items, Person, Charcoal, Iron Ball, Sharkbeak, Asper. Alright. Alright, let's do it. Alright, Team Aqua Grunt. This guy doesn't even have a name. Alright, so the Drampa here has an interesting set. Basically, it's holding a Focus Band, which is different from a Focus Sash. Basically, it allows it a 10% chance to live at 1 HP from any move at any time. So theoretically, it can just live for infinity. So to work around that, and one other thing is that the Drampa here also has the ability Berserk, which if its health gets lower than half, it raises its special attack, making it do a lot more damage. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to knock off the Focus Band, so that it no longer has it. I've burned my Drapion so that this knockoff won't bring its health below half. So that's what I'm going to do here first. So there goes the Focus Band. Use a Dragon Pulse. Alright, so now it's going to use a random move, which I'm going to swap to my Primarina to take. If it uses Hurricane, I'm holding a Person Berry in case it confuses. So we'll do that here. Yep, so there's Hurricane. Yep, and there's the confusion. That's why we planned for that. And then now we could just simply outspeed and one-shot with Moonblast. Alright. And this should always be bringing in the Ferrothorn. Yeah. So this thing's a bastard because he's got Explosion with a Quick Claw. So there's at any time a 0.05% chance that he'll move first and explode and just kill you. But right now, the Ferrothorn does see that he can KO my Primarina with only Power Whip. So, because it can see that I can KO with Power Whip, it's not going to use Explosion on this turn. So, with that in mind, I'm going to swap to my Weezing to take the Power Whip. Ideally, I see that Power Whip miss here. Alright, so Power Whip. Alright. So now, the Ferrothorn can explode, which at full health, it's a 5% chance of happening. That combined with the 10% chance of the Quick Claw proccing combines to about a 0.5% chance of my Weezing just dying here. What I'm going to do, I have a Charcoal equipped to make this Flamethrower have a little over a half chance to KO. So, most ideally, what I'd like to have happen here is I move first, and the Flamethrower KOs. If we don't see Explosion here, we should be fine. So, let's see what happens. Okay, we move first. Good. Okay, ooh, just barely. Okay, so we didn't get the KO. So, but now, so I counted this. So now, that Flamethrower brought the Ferrothorn below 10% HP. So now the Ferrothorn is guaranteed to explode. So I've accounted for that. So I'm going to swap to my Basculegion, which is a Ghost type, which will be immune to the explosion. And it should be guaranteed here. So hopefully we see that here. Yep, perfect. So we don't take the explosion, and it takes itself out. Alright, really, really good. So this is like my backup plan in case that Flamethrower didn't KO. So now, to account for that, I had my Basculegion pre-damaged and holding an Iron Ball, so that this Executor always sees that he KOs with Energy Ball. Unfortunately, this thing also has Quick Claw and Explosion. But this one's a little bit more easier to deal with. I'm going to swap to my Corviknight on a guaranteed Energy Ball here first. Alright, so we take that very well. And I'm going to simply one-shot it with Brave Bird. If it explodes, my Corviknight can survive it. Oh, and we just outspeed. Perfect. Alright, we're doing really, really good so far. I think the rest of it is pretty much guaranteed. Alright, so this should bring in Omastar next. Perfect. Alright, and the Omastar here is either gonna use, I believe either Power Gem or, actually it could use Surf or Power Gem or use Rain Dance, which because it has Swift Swim, it'll boost its speed. Either of which should all be perfectly fine, because we're gonna swap to my Roserade here. Alright, so there's a Rain Dance. So now it's faster. And this thing is also holding a Bright Powder, which makes it more likely for you to miss. So he outspeeds, but again, Magical Leaf always hits, and I can one-shot this thing. So we always live this. Alright. And And this just leaves a wall rain for last. And in this position, my Roserade simply outspeeds and one-shots with the Storm. Alright. Whew. That one felt good. This is a really good cook that I did for this line. Alright. Really, really glad we got past that. So, now we should be pretty much... Those are the two riskiest fights. So we should be looking good. There are 3 more fights left. But they're not nearly as risky as those first 2. So, yeah, let's go ahead and set up for the next one here. So we got this fight next. 3rd Aqua Grunt. Alright, so for this fight... let me make sure I save. Alright. Chelsea, I appreciate your commentary. I appreciate that you're enjoying it so far. Alright, so for this fight, let's see. We are keeping Primarina. But we need... let's see. We need Arcanine. We need... Cloyster. Oh, no, we need... Eldegoss first. And then we need Cloyster. Then we need Muck and Omastar. Alright. And then for items, we need a Lumberry for both Primarina and for Arcanine. Let's see. We need a Rostberry for Muck. And then no item on Omastar. And then I want... Let's see. We need Eldegoss at a certain HP. Let me just double check that here. Let's see. 80 plus 44. Alright, yeah, good. So we need Eldegoss to be pre-damage at 124 HP. Let me see. So pre-damage 124. There we go. Oh yeah, Mastodon here. This guy's my favorite little guy in my box. He's kind of the goat of this run. He's so good. I love that guy. Alright, so this should be good. Maybe just triple check all my items here. Alright, and then let me just look through my notes one more time. Let's see. Muck. Let's see. Arcanine. you, that. Go to you. Bait you. Move you. Yeah, so this should be good. Yeah. So this fight should be a lot more straightforward. I think the next grunt ambushes you as soon as you cross up the stairs, so let me just save first. Alright, let's see here. Oh no, he doesn't. He's right there. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it here. Alright, another Aqua Grunt. Alright, so he leads Porygon Z. So I'm leading my Primarina, one, because it has the ability download, so I'm using my Primarina to raise its attack, not its special attack. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to Moonblast to deal some damage. It's going to use Tri-Attack, and I'm holding a Lumberry in case of any statuses from the Tri-Attack. Alright, so we Moonblast. This will bring it down below half. Oh, and even got a special attack got. It's not necessary, but that's pretty handy. Alright, so now we're going to swap to Arcanine, who's going to take another Tri-Attack. And again, I'm holding a Lumberry in case of any statuses. And this won't do that much. Alright, and then we can outspeed and one-shot with Flare Blitz. Alright. And this should always be bringing in Haxorus next. Perfect. Alright, so the Haxorus here sees that it can outspeed and one-shot my Arcanine with Aqua Tail. This thing has Dragon Dance, so if it doesn't see that it can KO, it could set that up, which can be very scary. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to swap to my Eldegoss to take the Aqua Tail and to lower its speed because of its ability. And I'm pre-damaged so that after the hit, I'm always in range of another KO. So we'll bring in Eldegoss here. Alright, this thing's also Water Gem boosted. Alright. So that lowered its speed. So now the Haxorus sees that he can always KO with Dual Chop. So we are going to use that to swap into my Cloyster to take that hit. Dual Chop. Oh, there's a crit. And then because of the speed drop, my Cloyster now outspeeds. And because of Skill Link, this Icicle Spear will hit all 5 of its attacks and will always KO. We whittle it down. Alright. So Haxorus goes down. This should always be baiting in Slowbro next. Perfect. Alright, so this Slowbro has the ability Quick Draw and is holding a Quick Claw. So combined with those two things, gives the Slowbro a little bit over a 40% chance to always move first, which could be a little annoying. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna swap to my Alolan Muck on hopefully a side shell arm. That'd be more ideal here. Perfect. Alright, so now my Alolan Muck can wall this thing, and I can KO it with 2 knockoffs here. Yeah, so there's an example of a quick draw. No flamethrower. Alright. And ideally we don't get another quick draw here. Perfect. Alright, really good. Slowbro goes down. And this just leaves a Weavile. This thing is scary because it has Pursuit with a Dark Gem. So if you leave it anything out that's not resisting to dark moves, it just Pursuit traps you. But that's not the case here. So Weavile's always going to go for triple Axle. And I'm just going to go to my Omastar, who can take those hits pretty well. This is the reason why Mastodon here is my favorite, because he's a beefy boy, he's got high defense, and he's got shell armor, which means he can't get crit. So I can just simply take another hit and just KO this thing with Power Gem. Alright, and there we go. Pretty easy. Much more smooth than the last couple fights. Alright. 3 down, 2 more to go. This next fight's a pretty interesting one, because it's a double battle in the hail. With some pretty scary guys that take advantage of that. But I think I have a pretty cool line for it here, so I'm gonna go ahead and save. Alright, I'll show you guys what this next one looks like. So we got this one next. Which, the Arctozolt and the Arctovish are the main scary guys here. Alright. What's up, Will? It's good to see you tune in, yeah. Yeah, I'm about to do 2 more fights here. Some pretty big ones, so I don't know if you have to go to bed, but if you want to stick around just for a little bit, these are going to be some pretty cool fights here. Alright, so for this next fight, what we need... let's see. We need our boy Excadrill. We need Blaziken. We need Gyarados. We need Ampharos. And we need Infernape. And we need Where's that guy? Kaparaja. Alright, and then for this fight, let's see, I need a citrus berry for Gyarados. Let's see, I need an Asperberry for Infernape. No item on Excadrill. And then I need Blaziken at 84 HP. So let's do that here. Alright, there we go. And that should be it. Let me just triple check everything here. Let's see. And then we got you. Okay, good. Yeah, this should be good. And making sure Ampharos has the Ampharosite. We're going to be using Mega Ampharos for this battle, which is pretty cool. And yeah, that should be all we need here. So let's go ahead and take on this fight here. Alright. So this fight is pretty technical. Given that it is a double battle with a weather condition. But I'll try my best to explain my thought process behind all of this. Yeah, if I planned everything right, this should be pretty much riskless. But yeah, let's go ahead and try it here. Alright. So we got 2 Aqua Grunts. Alright, so this is a hail fight, which the Ninetales sets up, and that's going to be permanent throughout the whole fight. And basically, the other side is the Arctozolt and Arctovish, which have Slush Rush, which doubles their speed in the snow. I mean, in the hail, and just deal crazy damage. And the Ninetales can also set up Aurora Veil, which makes you deal half damage for a lot of turns. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first KO the Arctozolt with high horsepower. And I have my Blaziken pre-damaged so that both sides will only attack the Blaziken, and I'm going to use Detect to be immune to both attacks here. So Blaziken will take the attacks, Excadrill will KO the Arctozolt. Okay, so there's Volt Beak, Moonblast, perfect. And then this will bring down the Arctozolt. So we'll take a little bit of Hail Chip here, which is accounted for. And this brings in the Arctovish. So now this Arctovish also does a ton of damage. He can potentially see that he can KO both my Excadrill and my Blaziken with Hydro Pump. And he outspeeds them both. So I need to do a double switch here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap my Excadrill to my Ampharos. And I'm going to swap my Blaziken into my Gyarados. Now, what's most likely going to happen is the Gyarados is going to take both attacks, both a Hydro Pump and a Moonblast. There is a very small chance that the Ampharos can take a Hydro Pump, but it should be fine even if it did. So, we are going to do the double swap here. So we got Daft Punk and Dragon Force. Let's see what they do here. Yep, so Hydro Pump. And Moonblast. Into Gyarados. Alright, I'm gonna take a little bit of Hail Chip. Alright, perfect. I don't have to use my Citrus Berry, that's great. Alright, so now with these guys out, Ninetales and Arctovish only see that they can KO my Gyarados, both of them with Freeze Dry, which allows my Ampharos to freely attack, which I'm going to Mega Evolve and one-shot the Arctovish with Thunderbolt. And I'm going to swap in my Gyarados into Infernape, which can take both Freeze Dries pretty well. So we get the Mega Evolve here. So we'll take 2 Freeze Dries. There we go. And then this will one-shot the Arctovish here. Perfect. Alright. Really, really good. So now it's just the Ninetales side left. And what we could do is I am going to my Infernape outspeeds and one-shots with Overheat. So I'm going to do that as I swap in my Ampharos for my Copperajah here. So I'll do the swap, and I'll KO Ninetales with Overheat. Alright, perfect. Oh, even a crit. Nice. Alright, and this just leaves a little lowly Liepard last, which can't really do that much to my team here. Alright, so Liepard comes in. It's going to be guaranteed to use Fake Out on my Infernape. So I am just going to go ahead and attack the Liepard with Heavy Slam from Copperajah as I swap into Excadrill to take the Fake Out. There we go. Alright, there we go. Pretty smooth. Merc151, thanks for the raid. Welcome you guys. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. It's going pretty well so far. I'm actually about to do a boss battle right now. If y'all want to stay around and check it out, should be a pretty interesting fight. It's going up against the Team Aqua admin Shelly at the top of the Weather Institute here. And she's got a pretty scary team, but I think we have a pretty cool line setup for this. So, yeah, we just beat all of the 4 Aqua Grunts battles leading up to it. So, this is the last one that I'm gonna do for tonight. So. Yeah, let me go ahead and assemble the team here. So the mons we need are Electrode, we need, let's see, Sting the Gliscor. We need, let's see, Metallica the Excadrill. We need Lana Del Rey, the Primarina. Let's see, we need Mastodon the Omastar. And then Paramore the Roserade. This is the team that should do it. And then for items, we need a Citrus Berry for Electrode. Citrus Berry for Primarina. And I think that's it. Let me just triple check. Let's see here. Go you, go you. Let's see, where are you at? Go you. Bait you. Go you, swap between. And then go into... where's she at? What are you? Oh yeah, and then I just need a Aspearberry for Rosa right here. Oh yeah, she was already holding one. Alright, so this should be it. It is a pretty scary team. Let me see, let me go ahead and pull it up here. Yeah, Aqua admin Shelly. She's got a team of, she's got a legendary, an ultra beast, pseudo legendary, and a mega, all in one team. It's with a pretty decked out movesets and items, so... I definitely... Let me see. Definitely can be a very tough battle, but... I think we have a plan that's basically riskless, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, let's go ahead and... Let's go ahead and take down Shelly here. So let me save. And triple check my items. No item, citrus, none, asper. Yeah. This should be good. Alright. Let's go ahead and take her down here. Triple check. Yeah. Alright. Alright, Aqua, Admin, Shelly. Alright, so she leads a Mienshao here, which is kind of annoying because it has a focus sash, but also has the ability, the item, or the ability inner focus. So you can't flinch it, and it also has fake out, which is going to use the flinch you. So the way I'm going to deal with this is I'm going to use my electrode, which is faster. I'm going to volt switch. Ideally, it doesn't use fake out here. It just goes for close combat. But either way should still be fine. Alright, perfect. Didn't go for fake out. So that'll break the sash. And I'm going to swap to my Gliscor to take an incoming close combat. Alright. And then now, because the focus sash is broken, I can now go ahead and KO with acrobatics as it goes for another close combat. Oh, there's a crit. Crits were accounted for as well. So this takes out Mienshao. And this is gonna bring in Nihilego next. Alright, so this thing has the move Meteor Beam. And it's holding a power herb. Basically, Meteor Beam is a 2-turn move that raises its special attack and does a huge rock type hit, basically. And the power herb allows it to move in 1 turn instead of 2. And the Nihilego is basically guaranteed to always go for that move. But I have the perfect counter for it. I'm going to go to my Excadrill, which can take this Meteor Beam quite well. Yep, there we go. So special attack raises, and a power herb activates, allowing it to attack. Yep. So now what we can do, this thing also has the move Stealth Rocks, which it is very likely to set up here. But I have Rapid Spin, which will allow me to, 1, clear the rocks if it goes for it, and make myself faster than the Nihilego. I would very much ideally like for it to use Stealth Rocks here. So let's see if it does that here. Perfect. So we rapid spin, gets rid of the stealth rocks, and raises our speed. So now we can outspeed and one-shot with high horsepower. Alright. And this is going to bait down the line. This should always be Dragonite next. Alright, so this Dragonite is the scariest on the team. Mainly because it's holding a choice band, which means whatever move it uses first, it's locked into using, but makes that move incredibly more powerful. So right now, the Dragonite, I think it only can KO with either Aqua Tail or Fire Punch. So my counter for this is going to be my Primarina. Which I did have to use a heart scale to maximize its defense IVs, since unfortunately this Primarina is a minus defense nature, so I needed as much defense possible, because even though these attacks are not effective, they still do quite a bit because of the choice band. So ideally it goes for Aqua Tail over Fire Punch here, so let's see what it goes for. Good, so Aqua Tail. And then now we are going to take this out with a few Draining Kisses, which will deal damage and heal back a lot of the HP. Ideally, we don't see too many crits here. And it does have Marble Scale too, which at full HP reduces the first attack that it takes quite significantly, so it'll take 3 Draining Kisses to take this thing out. So we have Citrus to heal some health. Alright, and then now barring for crits, we should be always able to heal back the HP that we lost from the damage. So, but again, we still need to dodge some crits here. Alright, perfect. I think we're perfectly safe now. Alright, good. And then we'll take it out with one more Draining Kiss. Yep, there's the crit there. It's glad it happened there, not before. Alright, so next up should always be Tornadus. Alright, good. And this thing, right now it can always KO with a Flying Gem boosted Acrobatics, which deals a ton of damage. So what we're going to do, we're going to swap to my Omastar, which can take the Acrobatics very well, and it's got Show Armor, so it can't get crit. So we'll do that. There we go. Alright. So now, the Tornadus is always gonna go for Grass Knot here. Which, conveniently, my Electrode can take very well. So I'm going to swap to Electrode here. Yep, there we go. And my Electrode outspeeds this thing. It's the only thing in my box that does. What I can do, it's now baiting either Acrobatics or Heat Wave. But what I could do, since I'm faster, I can Volt Switch, attacking, switching back to my Omastar, which can take both of those hits. So we're gonna go back to Omastar. Okay, so there's an Acro. Okay, perfect. And then again, since we're back at Omastar, again, we're only baiting Grass Knot. So we can do the same thing, go back to Electrode. And now I can KO with a second Volt Switch, KOing the Tornadus and allowing me a free switch into my next Mon. Alright. And then, to wrap this up, we're gonna bring out our Roserade. So next up should be Lantern. Perfect. Alright. And this Lantern can be very also challenging to deal with. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna KO with 2 Magical Leaves, not Leaf Storm. We're gonna save the Leaf Storm. And I'm holding an Aspure Berry in case of an Ice Beam freeze. We're gonna do that here. Okay, so there's an Ice Beam. Perfect. Another Magical Leaf will take this out. Alright, and then just one more guy left, which is her Mega Blastoise. And this is checkmate because my Roserade outspeeds and one-shots with Leaf Storm. Doing this. So now that we've completed the Weather Institute, this scientist is going to give us a gift, which is a cast form. And cast form itself isn't really that good, but it's got something else attached to it, which is a huge prize, so... Let me see. Earth, Wind, Fire. I think it's a good name for this guy. Alright. So, I'll go ahead and show you guys why the cast form is such a good prize to get. Let me save really quick, just in case anything crashes. Alright, so if we check out this cast form here, as you can see, it's holding the Life Orb, which is a huge item to get for this point of the game. So, it basically boosts our damage by, I think it's 20%, at the cost of taking self-damage each turn. But, this encounter is very much worth getting this item, so, yeah. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, it's got some good IVs, but whatever, it's not It's not that good itself. That's not the important thing. Alright. I would say this is a very successful stream here. We made some really good progress. And I'm not gonna do it now, but the next thing I have to do right away is a rival fight. In permanent rain and permanent electric terrain. So you don't get a break. It's after doing all these fights, so yeah, that's gonna take a little bit of time to prep. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap things there for tonight. Let's see, Merc, really appreciate the raid. Thanks for dropping by and watching along. Yeah, if you wanna follow and stick around, I'll be continuing more stuff like this if you're interested. But if not, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. YouTube chat as well. Appreciate you guys watching. Yeah, hope everyone enjoys the rest of their day, and I'll see everyone in my next stream.